Amazing Wednesday morning to you and welcome to Ways Breakfast. Hashtag What Are You Saying? The thought-provoking breakfast show for great enthusiasts and progressive minds. You can tune in every Monday morning to Friday as we explore fresh perspective, pressing discussions, and inspiring stories. I am Okikiola Taiwo Jalukwo, and I welcome you to the show this bright Wednesday morning. As you also know, I'm never here alone, and there's this thing that is happening. You need to see it yourself. My best girls are here with me. And somebody's having a birthday today. I should tell you. Good morning, Omato Shola, the
Good
birthday
morning,
girl.
Birthday girl.
Morning, Oluchi. Today you are not going to be on the special list. It's going to be strictly.
Excuse me, I'm the hype man for today, so that means I will just join body and
So
celebrate.
I'm going to start
her.
with her. How are you feeling today?
Oh gosh, I feel so pumped. I'm speaking English.
I can see the glow all over
I'm
you.
so happy. I'm so excited. I mean, I literally feel like I've left the stage of God went. So like, God, thank you.
Hallelujah.
God did it. I'm
Thank
so
you,
excited.
Jesus.
It's my birthday. It's a milestone.
Okay.
You know. So why don't you tell me?
I'm feeling
Hype
excited
woman.
for her because today is gonna be free rice, free chicken, free cake. We're gonna enjoy. That's why I'm happy. Happy birthday, girl.
Happy
you.
birthday, Omato Shola. I wish you so many things. I'll tell you after. Don't worry. You know, and I have something for you.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I
You
received
know.
the pastel. Thank you, Kiki. Thank you, Oluchi.
You're welcome.
Ladies are really the
Why are you
best.
thanking Oluchi? I'm wondering.
Thank her. I
Please
mean.
don't join us together. I beg.
But happy
Oluchi,
birthday, dear.
The national grid fell again yesterday.
Sunday stories. I
How
mean,
do
the
you
headline
feel?
stories.
It
How do you feel
affected
again?
everybody. There's either no water in your house or there's
there's
no
no
light in your
light.
house.
Exactly.
And your power bank is probably dead or got burnt. So
You know what I was thanking God for? That before it collapsed, I charged my phone to at least 60-something%. So when it collapsed, I saw somebody status that said, this thing is giving me power grid. And I said, God, I'm begging, let it not be. But thankfully, my battery could still take me through till this one because I don't have power bank. So
But when I was about to leave the house, the
You
light
restored
came.
the light.
Yes, the light came back on.
I don't
So
know why my own area is usually the last to get
Leave
this
that
distribution.
area.
residential wing.
Leave
Hey,
that area.
God, people should
Leave
pray for me. I
trenches
need
and
to.
come to
Please,
the
I'm not in the
residential
trenches, so
wing.
don't come and make me feel like.
Okay. Sorry.
So if you're here to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Official Upgrade TV, click the subscribe button now, like and share. And then we'll be back with the top story for today and headlines across the globe. Please stay with us. Today, we're shining the spotlight on a vital aspect of our children's life: nutrition and wellness, the health and well being of Nigerian children and the country's future. And it's essential that we prioritize their growth and their development. Um, I'm, I'm trying to think about food and nutrition right now, and I know that I don't know. I cannot remember when last I actually thought about what balanced diet looks
Diet
like.
looks like.
Not talk about now thinking when you start having kids, you that you have not balanced your life,
Yeah.
and you have not balanced your diet. How do you want to balance?
for a
you know,
child.
do
For a
that for a
child,
child.
yeah.
And I don't know how can we be before we bring our guests in. I want
Yeah.
to first ask, what have you been doing to be more conscious when you saw that we're going to have this topic today? What struck your mind?
Honestly, that's where you're going to catch me right now because I haven't been doing anything to pay attention to my diet
Yeah.
as much. The thing comes as a reminder. So sometimes when you like come across posts or you watch some blogs or maybe health programs, it now makes you feel like, oh, I should take my health seriously, my diet and my nutrition seriously. But then it can only last you for 6 months or maybe even 3 months, and then you're back
Even
to
2 days.
Thank you very much. I was trying to be modest.
What about
And then
you?
you're back to your bad eating routine.
Habit.
So honestly,
For me,
we need
speaking
this.
about eating habits, I think I have the best eating. I think I have the best eating habit. I'm very well disciplined when it comes to food. I think sometimes 2 years ago, I just said, okay, I'm not taking soda again, and I stopped for like 3 months. Before I know it, 6 months or 1 year. So I don't take soda and shovel. I don't eat late. If I eat late, it's like a one-off, or maybe there's a reason why I ate late. And maybe because I'm so hungry, I don't eat late. I mix fruit to my meal. When I feel like I'm
There's so
too
many
bloated, I
things I
take
need to
cucumber
learn.
water.
I
need to learn so
I
much
think
from
about
you.
my diet. I'm trying on that in that aspect.
That's
Yeah.
good.
But for a
Thank you.
child, let's wait for our guests.
But that's so beautiful to know. So I would allow us go straight into the headlines. For today, we have the Punch and I think the Vanguard.
Yeah.
And I think we're taking strictly Nigerian newspapers
Yeah.
today, which is a wonderful thing. I
But
don't know
we're
why I
talking
feel
about
excited.
the election.
Yes, we should talk about the election.
Trump, Oluchi, Omenka.
We don't want to
So let's start.
trumpets
No,
yet,
let's start with Omotoshola and then we'll go ahead.
All right, I'll be starting with the Guardian newspaper, which is one of the top Nigerian newspaper. The major headline reads, Cash and Carry. Public engagement debate fading as vote buying rules pose. Right after it, 16-year-old now eligible for tertiary education as federal government reverses age policy. The next one is rising energy demand, vandalism affecting grid stability, says expert. Sokoto local government shares allege 1 million youth inducement from new terrorist group. Besides it, right under it, minor freed on humanitarian conditions, says federal government as NAPS offers scholarship. FBI warns of disinformation as Trump gives condition to concede polls. CJN laments rising vulnerability of Nigerians, firms to cyber attacks. The last but one reads, the regulation nor license to blend of spec products, says Dangote. The last one says, federal government pledges to caution hardship and boost MSMEs. And the one that touched my heart is on the minors that were freed. It was in the news all through last weekend and early this week on the number of children that were about to be charged to court by the federal government because of the End Bad Governors protest. And they also said that each of them should get 10 million naira bail. And when I saw this, I was like, 10 million naira bail. Like, who on earth does that? But I'm so glad they've been freed now. And NAPS also promised them scholarship. So I think it's a good one, good decision, right step in the right direction.
I like the fact that they said scholarships because you realize that we have so many out-of-school children. And
10.5, 20.5.
Exactly, and that is why they should take charge of ensuring that they are in school, properly fed. And follow-up is very important from admission to graduation, even to, I think, employment. While employment is scarce, I hope they realize that employment is also a big issue and they will also take them up from there.
First.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just helping them so that they know what to do next. Yes, right. Oluchi, let's go.
Okay, for the Punch, we have different stories. Before I take the major headline, I'd like to touch briefly on the Trump and Harris story, which has been on the lips of everyone. It says, eyes on swing state as Harris-Trump battle for U.S. presidency. The regulation not licensed to blend low-quality products, says Dangote. And the major story reads, nationwide blackout as grid suffers 10th collapse in 2024. Generation drops to 0 megawatts. 22 GenCos affected nationwide. Partial power in Southwest. And for the Ondo governorship poll, CAN meets Ayedatiwa, declares 3-day prayers. Debate, APC, PDP bicker over candidates' performance. Over 300 billion naira lost in protest. Shetima tells released hungry minors. Stakeholders hail reversal of 18-year-old policy for varsity admission. Lagos driver flees after setting LASMA office on fire. Sex tapes. Equatorial Guinea installs CCTV in offices, suspends officials. And that's all I have for the Punch. It has a lot of interesting stories. I'm not going to really touch on this blackout issue because we know that it keeps happening over and over again. Hopefully.
It's no longer
Since
breaking
time.
news.
It's no longer breaking
You know when
news.
something, you know how people deal with trauma, then you get used to it already. That's how it's
Yeah.
already feeling
One
at this
bad
point.
thing about Nigerians, we
Yeah,
adapt so
we
fast.
adapt so quickly, and it's not a good thing. I don't know. Let them figure out the cause of this and fix it. Let them fix it. And then this whole Equatorial Guinea stuff that I've been seeing online.
I don't think I want to
Jesus
talk about
Christ. I don't
It's
want to
too-
talk about
I would
it.
say the wrong thing is if I should
Please,
talk about it.
Don't let us talk about children of God. Amen.
Today is about children, so
Exactly.
I believe kids.
So
must
now
be
let's talk
watching
about
this and
the
parents too.
United States elections. Now I've been seeing a lot of stories. So I don't have anything concrete, but I've been seeing that Fox News have been predicting our dear Donald Trump as the 47th president of the United States of America, while
Just
CNN.
they play.
You literally feel like you're at the stand-up event.
Yeah.
You're saying it
Just
because
playing, but I'm going to
While
stop you
CNN
there
already
because I
has
need you
a
to
prediction
be,
of Harris as, just
I
a
need
lot
you
of
to
things.
be enthusiastic about Nigeria this way, so that's why I'm going to stop you right
Ondo
there.
election is this month. Be enthusiastic about it.
Please.
See, why are they called the world power? They're called the world power for a
Nigeria
reason.
is the
So it
giant of
can't-
Africa.
East
Do you watch the
Africa.
37th
But this
state
is
of
why
Nigeria?
this is why I'm going to take you through the Nigerian Tribune because of this lady.
All right.
So the headline reads: FG reverses 18-year age limit for admissions into tertiary institutions. The minister hints on review of national education policy, warns tertiary governing councils against floating extant rule. LASMA officer set ablaze in Lagos. Wow. And then the last but not the least story I'm going to take here is I am satisfied with my achievement in 8 years, says Obaseki. I'm not going to talk about anything except these 18-year limits that I've always had issue with. The fact that
It is
for
coming
so many,
after Tahir Maman has been.
funny thing is, if you look at situations where now jobs require you to be 25, have 10-year experience
I don't
with
get.
10 certificates and this and this and that. How do you put an age limit for admission into university where you're expected to be a graduate for 18 years? And then you see other countries where they have 16-year-old, 20-year-old PhD students
Exactly.
and they are making waves. We're trying to put Nigeria out there. How do you set 18-year
Unrealistic standards.
Unrealistic standard. But then it has been reversed to 16.
I'm very glad. I'm very glad about that. But this is a beautiful thing to know. When we come back, we're going to come back with our guest, and we're going to be talking about nutrition
Yes.
and wellness for children. Please stay with us.
Life is made up of moments, some that lift us, others that break us. Welcome to Heartlines. This is our space where we explore the beauty, the heartbreaks, and the incredible strength that every relationship brings into our lives. Friendship, marriages, partnerships, and everything in between.
Yes, say yes.
All the connections that shapes who we are today. Every week, we dive into the stories that define us. Stories of love, loss, heartbreaks, and healing. Real life stories from real people, just like you and I. Heartlines is where emotions meet understanding, and where we learn that we're never truly alone. Join me Mondays through Fridays at 9:30 p.m. for Heartlines, where we connect, with every heart, one story at a time.
Imagine the world where the voices of the youth finally get the spotlight they deserve.
Welcome to Ways Breakfast, the groundbreaking show where young minds unite together to tackle issues that truly matter.
We're flipping the script on traditional morning talk shows, and this is your chance to hear the youth speak out.
We're not just skimming headlines, we're diving deep into the heart of topics that impact us all.
From politics to governance, tech innovations, mental health, and trendy social issues.
We don't just discuss, we ignite conversations that inspire change and spark action.
Join us every morning for fresh, young, and vibrant perspectives
that empowers the next generation to make a difference.
Start your day right with Ways Breakfast, because when the youth speak, the world listens. Ways Breakfast, weekdays at 8 a.m. live on Upgrade TV.
Welcome back to the show. As usual, it's #Ways Breakfast. You can still follow us on YouTube at Official Upgrade TV. As mentioned earlier, today's topic is addressing the importance of nutrition in the lives of children. As a nation, we face numerous challenges in ensuring our children receive optimal, nutrition and health care. Malnutrition and poverty and limited access to healthcare services are just a few of the things that children face in their lives. Throughout this discussion, we will explore the importance of nutrition in Nigerian children's growth and the development of our children, practical tips for promoting healthy habits and wellness, and overcoming challenges and barriers to accessing healthcare services. We have a guest here who is going to take us right into the beauty of nutrition, diet, wellness, health, and everything in general for our kids and our future children. So joining us right now is a distinguished expert who will share our insight on nutrition and wellness for Nigerian children. We have Ajala Feyisayo, a nutritionist with extensive experience specializing in child development. Feyisayo says she's a nutritionist with one goal, and that is to make healthy living simple for even the most perplexed people about nutrition. Welcome, Feyisayo. I'm so happy to see you this morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
You look sharp.
Very sharp.
I should have chose red.
She blended with our color.
Yes.
I like that.
I have to.
So how are you feeling this morning?
Oh, I feel so good.
You're
I'm
happy to be
here.
here.
Oh, I like that.
I like that. So let's just dive straight into the topic. What are the simple nutrients that you know in our everyday lives that we need to be first wary of? Maybe we should just take it out. Maybe let's say vitamin C for an example. We might take vitamin C for too long and then it has adverse effects, right? Then we could take it for a normal amount and then it's good for our body. So what I'm just trying to ask is, what are the good nutrients that we should be having in our daily lives as adults first? I want to quickly take that chance. As adults first, and then before we get to children. First tell us.
Okay, so as adults, do we know that we can actually get all these vitamins and minerals from our day-to-day food? Not all these supplements. Fine, supplements are good, but they cannot beat the, how do I put this? They can't be the quality that we get in all our day-to-day food. See for vitamins now, we can get our vitamins from citrus. Instead of taking the whole vitamin C tab, vitamin C supplement, we can substitute that and go with our daily food. Iron, we can get iron from carrots, from nuts, from beans.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, and then from vitamin D, we can get our vitamin D from eggs.
Oh, wow.
We can get from seafoods, for example.
Can I
salmon.
eat 5 eggs?
That is up to you. It depends on your body. I have someone that she said she eats 2 eggs every day before breakfast. It works well for her.
What
you
does
can
it do,
eat
though?
it. It helps boosting your immune system, our hormones.
I thought the people that eat a lot of eggs are those that are
Want to
always
build
in the gym,
muscles,
so they have to.
Not really. Everybody has different body system. What works for me might not work for you.
So it's good
It's
to know
good
your
to know
your unique
ability to digest and adapt to
different types
kind of foods.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
So someone like me, when I take too much carbohydrates, I get bloated. So I take less of carbohydrates, like less carbs, and more vegetables and fruits.
Wow. Interesting. I
And
think
you
I've
do
come
it
across
chop rice,
some
chop
blogs
rice.
that will tell you that in your plate, your carbs should be like the smallest quantity,
Yes,
then you have more
actually.
vegetables. And in today's world, where that one won't reach me. How would you give me one small rice, now pack different ugu for me and everything? I will try.
It gets filling,
It
actually.
gets feeling. I don't think it does. I don't know how to explain it, but I need my rice to be a lot, and then
And small
put
stew
in protein
with
in.
a pint of stew.
All right, but that's for us. We're still going to come back to different nutrition advice for
Yes.
adults. But let's talk about children, because we have children, those that have, and we have younger ones, and all of that. But my question now is, what kind of nutritional advice would you give to children who could be picky eaters? You've mentioned things like nuts, cashew, this. But we know how children are. Some of them are picky eaters. They won't eat these things that you're giving them. If you give them, take it to school. In fact, it's their friends. I've heard of some teachers actually eating students' food. Do you understand? So you can't even monitor and ensure that they eat this food even as they're picky eaters. So what's your advice?
If you have a child that is a picky eater, the best thing you can do is incorporate all these fruits and vegetables in their food. For example,
have you seen those that select onions and tomatoes?
Yes,
They will
that
remove
is
it
why
for-
you can make onion powders.
Oh, okay.
You can make onion powders to substitute for the onion. They can.
Sometimes
they
it's when
can
they
eat
see.
it. It's when
It's
see
when
it
they want
that
to
you don't want
remove.
to eat
Yes,
them.
I see that.
So when you incorporate like vegetables and fruits in their food, for example, now maybe you're giving them oatmeal,
Okay.
and then you're like slicing bananas, putting berries.
Oh, so
Putting
it has to be
granolas.
aesthetically pleasing.
So
I
maybe
see.
they will be like, okay, I'm interested. How would this taste like? How would
Make
this
faces with your pancake.
like exactly put a lot of fruits, like just make it beautiful, and then they'll be like, okay, let me try this. Let me see how. That way, they are still getting their nutrients. They are picky eaters. They are getting their nutrients, and some you can blend, make smoothies, make fruit juice for them to. Come on, everybody likes fruit juice.
Okay, so let's talk about first-time moms and children that are already growing. We're already in a age, in our generation, all our parents fed us was rice and beans, rice and fish stew, period. But now, everybody's now creating content with their children. They are now, what I gave Zion in the day, Zion will be having peanuts.
TikTok is in
and
torment
this.
right now.
It looks
Pressure.
nice, right? It looks really good. But are they giving them the right thing? And considering the fact that children are picky eaters, you can give them this, they will say they don't want, they might be reacting to it, they might be vomiting. I remember training one child, my little sister as a child there. She does not eat egg white, but she likes yolk. I'm like, egg is egg, just eat it too. So what do you think should be the right proper meal? And you might want to put age to it, maybe from age 0 to 6 years or so. What are the proper, not the content creating type of meal, the proper meal kids should be eating?
We know that we are in a world whereby we misinterpret things a lot. We as adults, we don't need all those proteins that we are eating. No. All those meats, big meats. We've developed to a stage whereby our body can make use of other source of protein.
Sorry, from adults, what age?
Like 18 upwards.
No,
yes. when we're kids,
You know that she likes meat. That's why she's attacking you like that.
when we're kids, they will share meat for us and put on our food. No, it's not right.
So you need the
Are you
bigger
saying we
meat.
need more
The
meat?
children need
more
more
meat
protein,
than
more
we-
meat than we
the
adults,
adults.
because they are growing.
Just like when you serve daddy 2 meat and then
Yes,
give the
and then
child
you
one
give
small
the
meat
child
and then
one
you
small
put
meat
the
that
other
you
small.
cut. No, it's not supposed to
and
be like
honor
that.
for the father of the house.
Wow.
It's not supposed to be like that.
Okay, well, let
Because their brain is just growing. They need omega-3 fatty acid. We can find that in meats. In fish, all these fatty fish, Titus,
Catfish.
exactly. You can find that in fish. So imagine you serving your child. You want the child to their brain to develop, and then you're giving them a small portion
Cutting
of
the fish in half.
fish. What happened to giving them all? That's where most of all these content creators now that they are doing content with their children, you see them when they are serving. You won't see them giving their kids
Like
very small meats.
Are you sure it's not for the camera?
It's for the
It's
camera.
maybe for the camera. Well, they are deceiving themselves, not us.
Right.
We saw, okay, this is good. Yeah, you are trying to help your child. You are not helping me. You're helping yourself. So when you do that, okay, it's colorful. They have fruits, they have vegetables, they have protein, they have carbohydrates,
they have snacks
and everything. And some children that are picky eaters, you can make like finger foods for them.
It feels
to
like being a mom is
incorporate-
like a full-time job.
Oh my, it
Because
is.
you're learning how to make
know
finger
it's
foods.
yay.
You're learning how to blend fruits. You're learning how
Yes.
to make homemade oats,
And you
blend
have
it with banana
You
and
have
this
to be
thing.
creative. Very creative.
That's interesting.
Just to incorporate all this meal
Okay,
and
I
diet.
asked the question that you're here to answer. You want to? Would you want to put like an age to it? From age 0 to 6, this is what you expect to feed a child from age this. Because I mean, children still run till the age of like 16 or
yes,
so. Yeah.
yes. So from age 0 to maybe 2, 3, depends on their cognitive development. They need more protein.
Okay.
But most of them, they are not eating, they can't eat all these hard foods that we're eating.
Okay,
Like most
solid
of them,
foods for now.
solid food for now.
Yes.
So you can incorporate like, okay, all these, there's this thing we do then, we call it Tom Jones. We make soya beans, we sun-dry soya beans, granules, this catfish, this dried catfish, we air dry it in the oven, we put crayfish, we put everything that has all the nutrients in general. We incorporate them in and then we blend it into powder form. And then for a child from up till now, I still take it because once you taste it, you won't even you
never
won't
go back.
need sugar.
I see.
You won't need milk because it tastes so nice. So now imagine a child that is a picky eater. Obviously, you shall drink pap.
Yeah.
Then imagine adding all these things into the pap. The child will fall in love with it. At first, it might taste weird, but then eventually. So that doesn't have an age frame per se. It goes all the way. Anybody can take that. But as a child, I'm just saying as a child that is a picky eater. So from 0 to 2, they can still take like oatmeal, just introducing small. Some children likes eating amala with normal ewedu, gbegiri, fish, meat. Then from 3 to 4, they can start eating like a little portion of rice, beans, something that won't give, because as a child you won't really know because they are not audible yet.
Yeah.
So,
For some people now, beans gives them heartburn. But you giving a child beans, would they be able to tell you to have heartburn?
Yeah.
No. But some people, they'll be like, okay, we are in Nigeria. We don't really have too much food like that. Okay. Eshaje, and it's not supposed to be like that.
So before I ask my next question, we need to go on a break right now. And then when we come back, we'll be asking you all the questions in the background. But when we come back, we will dive straight into practical tips for promoting healthy habits and wellness in children. Please stay with us.
Life is made up of moments, some that lift us, others that break us. Welcome to Heartlines. This is our space where we explore the beauty, the heartbreaks, and the incredible strength that every relationship brings into our lives. Friendship, marriages, partnerships, and everything in between.
Yes, say yes.
All the connections that shapes who we are today. Every week, we dive into the stories that define us. Stories of love, loss, heartbreaks, and healing. Real life stories from real people, just like you and I. Heartlines is where emotions meet understanding, and where we learn that we're never truly alone. Join me Mondays through Fridays at 9:30 p.m. for Heartlines, where we connect with every heart, one story at a time.
Looking to take your business to the next level through partnerships? Then join us every Thursday at 10 a.m. for Partner Up.
Whether you're an entrepreneur, marketing, sales, or partnership professional, Partner Up is here to give you the tools you need to succeed.
From in-depth interviews with industry experts
To real-world case studies of successful partnership strategies that drive innovation and business growth.
we dive deep into what it takes to form successful partnerships.
Thursdays, 10 a.m.
Don't miss Partner Up.
Welcome back to the show. We're still talking about promoting Nigeria's children's growth through nutrition and wellness. And I want to ask Feyisayo, you mentioned, I think in the back end, you mentioned hygiene. Hygiene for me is very important. But you see that in a lot of cases, parents who have stressful jobs, I think we have discussed stressful situations, how to manage them without incorporating that when you become a parent, that stressful situation at work is going to double back at home. So how do we maintain or how do we help parents know that it's important for your child to grow by being hygienic about the type of food you make, by being conscious of the type of nutrients that you add, in their food to school? I think that's my first question. How do parents help, especially amidst this economic hardship, where to buy 200 naira rice is as if they just do it like this pin.
The F that we were used to as a child.
300
the egg
now.
is now luxury.
Yes,
So
and
a
then
child
they
cannot
even
get
buy
the egg.
One. To give a
Parents
child a
one.
a whole egg is not an issue.
Oh, God.
And you see that in a lot of cases, parents don't eat before they leave the house.
Yes.
So I'm going to think, before I cook 1 derica of rice, she's not going to eat 300 naira on out of it. Why don't I just buy it outside, buy egg, and then 1,000 naira would have sorted that. When rice 1 derica alone is about 1,200, before you now buy fish, now buy the pepper, buy the stew. So first off, how do you encourage, or how do you tell parents who are so busy that they should be conscious of hygiene and preparing food for their kids? And away from that, how do you also encourage breastfeeding moms?
It all has to do with dedication and sacrifices. We sacrifice a lot for our kids. Now, we're going out to buy food for our children. Do we know the states, the environment where that food is being cooked? Everybody is socially, like we're on social media. We see how they process all this food. You hear somebody is peeing inside food to sell. Somebody is doing this to sell. How
Blowing
are we
kata.
sure that it is hygienic for consumption? But when you cook it at home, you know that, okay, as I'm putting this one, I'm washing my hands. I'm cleaning. I'm washing. I'm cleaning. That way, even when you go and they tell you you have food poisoning, you say it's a lie.
You're sure.
Do your test again. But when you eat out, then you start doubting. I ate it yesterday. I ate it the day before yesterday. So
So then
which
it's whatever the
one?
doctor says.
Yeah.
I see. So at least now we know that it takes sacrifice and dedication.
dedication.
But how do you encourage these people to sacrifice and be dedicated?
My
Because
sister,
it's not
no.
enough
I
to
think
just
it
say
goes-
it.
To even having children, before
See,
you decide to have children,
you-
think about what
you
be.
want to do. It has to do with passion.
I feel like passion is not enough. It has to do
See,
with
that's
deep
some-
passion. Deeper form of passion.
But still, I like that you highlighted dedication and sacrifice, but you left something out, which is the role of the mother and the father. A lot of cases, they said being a mother is a lot of work. What role does the father play in this
That
case?
is why we are praying for gender equity. Because, fine, I've gone to work all day. My husband has gone to work all day. We have a kid. And then we coming back home. I'm still expected to come and do chores. To
For the
cook,
child, change diaper.
change
Ajala
diaper,
is thinking a lot.
change diaper, beat the kids, ask, okay, how was school today? What is the father doing?
I know, putting leg and watching CNN.
So, like, imagine
It's like
if
you want to
it's,
come up with a fight.
imagine if it's a shared role.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're
we
going
wake
to
up,
do this.
we have a schedule. We wake up by 5 a.m. I'm in the kitchen making breakfast. You're taking care of the children, bathing them, helping out. That alone, that is why most ladies fall into postpartum depression. Because they feel like they are alone in
doing everything.
the world. It gets overwhelming.
Looking that there's so much demand from them, you have to.
The child is
do
crying.
this, do this,
You
do
don't even
this.
know whether he needs diaper change. You don't know whether he's hungry. You don't know whether he's hot. My dear.
So now,
it
what
has to
about
do
for
with
new moms?
I was okay. You're still asking.
Yes, I needed you to address new moms. The
Okay.
fact that you mentioned postpartum
Yes.
depression. This happens most times with new moms.
Moms. Yes.
Sometimes even with moms that have 2-3-year-olds, they don't know what is going on. But with new moms, it's a new face, it's a new idea. How do you manage postpartum depression with new moms and breastfeeding?
Well, postpartum depression is psychological. It's not really a nutrition thing, but with a therapist and all these psychologists, they can get help. And then people, they need people around them to ease that stress, that anxiety. That way they feel calm. Imagine your child crying in the middle of the night. You've gone to work all day, and then you come back home and then your child is crying. And then you're like, God, can this child just shut up? But imagine you sleeping and then your husband is telling you, oh, babe, don't worry. I'll take care of the child. I'll take care of the child.
I see.
And then you're getting that rest.
Pray for supportive husband.
Amen.
Exactly.
Amen.
Exactly. And then you'll be like, okay, you have all the support system. You have a very strong support system to help you out. That way, you won't feel overwhelmed. There's even no way postpartum depression wants to happen.
Because you have
You have
everybody
everybody encouraging you, helping you out.
So the takeaway here is that people should be more encouraging
Yes.
rather than judgmental
Yes.
about new moms, growing their children.
Sensitive.
The only thing I don't know now is all these breast pumps. You know when, okay, in the night, I'm cooking, I'm doing this, I'm pumping breast milk to put in the fridge. Maybe my mother-in-law is around, and then in the middle of the night, my husband, in the middle of the night when the child is crying, maybe he or she's hungry, and then I have to, obviously, if the child is hungry, if I didn't pump milk, I have to wake up to breastfeed.
Yeah.
But the whole refrigerating breast milk thing, we don't know if it's hygienic. Yet.
But I feel like it's still the same breast. It's just refrigerated.
No, the
it's
temperature.
not, though.
We can let it cool down for
You're looking for a
Shortcut. But what I've noticed over time is that a lot of people now have like these nylons storage bags that they
But
mention that are hygienic.
Is it still
we don't know now. It's
okay
what they tell
for
us.
consumption for a child?
It's
a
what
child
they
that is
tell us.
and their
growing.
immune system has not
It's very
formed
low.
so well
God,
yet.
I beg.
And they need a strong. That's why breastfeeding is very important. From 0 to 2 years, you still have to breastfeed your child.
2 years.
Yes, my sister.
I like that there's a lot of culture shock happening. I hope the audience too are learning.
together.
I hope you are learning. No, 2 years.
Yes.
2 years already working, right?
Yes.
It's already like a nursery one.
2
like
years of
scenario.
everyone.
Interesting.
Only chicken.
But will you still be able to like express milk when your child is 2? There's
Yes.
still milk in your body.
Yes.
Okay.
Because once your child is breastfeeding, your body works that way. Once the brain is sending a message to your breast that, okay, this child is still breastfeeding. No.
Okay, to
you still keep lactating.
Interesting.
Okay, the brain.
I wanted to. This is so funny, honestly, because okay, I'm going to ask about allergies, not for infants now, but let's say young children, toddlers. Is it toddlers they call them now?
Yes.
You know, as adults, we can easily pick our allergies. I know that if I take too much milk, there's something that happens to my bowels, and I'm visiting every toilet in the world. But we don't know about children. And now you said that some children don't know how to express
themselves. Yes.
Being giving them heartburn, they can't talk. So we don't even know exactly what gets them to have some allergic reaction. And you know, some of all these, you know, good nutrient stuff, some of them have allergies, like nuts, for example. So how do we manage or handle that with children who might not be able to express the allergic reactions? Or is there a way that parents can be able to spot it?
No.
And okay,
there is no way a parent can be able to spot it. But if they don't try it, they won't know what their child is allergic to. Once you notice that, okay, well, maybe your child is having an allergic reaction to this, visit the hospital. You might not know exactly what your child is allergic to, but when you get to the hospital, they will ask you, okay, what did he or she have in the last 24
like
hours?
pediatricians who can handle that.
Yes, like in the last 24 hours. Then you tell them, okay, what is the main ingredient of all this food that you're naming? It might still be all these canned all these naans, baby
food,
1, 2, 3,
cereal and all of that
all of that. So they ask you, okay, do you know the content? It might have nuts. It might have almond nuts. Your child might be allergic to it. Then they will take a series of tests to know exactly what. Because there's no way you can know. Because if you don't take milk, you won't know you are lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
But
if you don't
take it.
I
think it's just a bad character.
Exactly.
I said something behind the scene. I'm so sorry that I feel like every first child is just for trial by errors, because you're new to the entire motherhood space. You don't know what a child needs. You don't know
me a child by error because I'm the first child.
I'm so sorry, but I did not mean it that way. So it's just so. A child, you're trying to avoid PPD, which is postpartum depression. Yeah. You're trying to be fit back into your workspace. You're trying to acknowledge the fact that you wake up in the morning and there's a child you now have to take care of. I saw it this morning, like I was like, I'll wake up and I'll see a child I give birth to. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna run away. Do you understand? So now trying to not understand their meal. Okay, this is what this child. And you know, kids are different. Yes. A child can want this and the other child will not want that. I need mental advice now. Let's talk about the mental advice for the mom and for the fathers, because they are together in this thing. What should they do to ensure that their children are properly taken care of? They don't mix up. They don't give them the wrong things. Like you're about to say, give them Eko Baba. Give them...
Some children react to that Eko Baba.
We didn't react to it. They'll block our nose and stop or anything.
There's some
I feel like
I think
my cousin is very traditional. I'm so sorry, but I just
my cousins, if it's not that white pap, like that white maize that they make pap from.
Yes.
And they give them that okababa. Oh God.
What's okay? Is it Ogi Baba?
Yeah.
That brown one.
Yes.
So there's a way they give you a child. They'll first turn the child upside
that
down.
one is not advisable.
They'll not hold the child's nose. They'll not put hands.
That's
She's part of those people that we're talking about.
How to know the child is full? You toss the child tummy. If there's this space, put him up.
Wow, please run from her.
So it's really sad. But now that they are growing, what do you think our parents, our mothers should know? Because it can be a lot.
Do you think like a way to help new moms or parents' mental adjustment to having a child also has to do with their own nutrition? I feel like what you take into your body can help, your mental health in that way. So how do they incorporate?
When you're breastfeeding, when you're feeding a child, you need to watch what you eat also. Because it's more like you're giving that child what you're eating. That is why most times you see new moms, they'll tell you, don't take too much sugar, or else your child will have pile, jetty. If you take too much of this, you're transferring it to the child. Most times it doesn't really, like, the mental health thing doesn't really have to do with food. 100%. It doesn't really have to do with food. Because me,
But have you heard
cannot
the
do.
statement that says you are what you eat?
Yes, yeah, what
So
you
that
eat.
means there's a way what you eat should restructure everything in my life, including
That's
my
why I
reasoning
said
and everything.
not 100%.
100%.
Yeah, what you eat, obviously. Everything we take into our body. If you're eating rubbish, it will show on your skin. If you're eating well, that's why you see some people, they will look, wow, you'll be like, ma, are you 40? Are you sure you are 40? Are you sure you're 50?
Yeah.
You look so young. You can pass for a 25-year-old girl. You see some people, they will look that young.
Yeah.
Like their skin will be glowing. You know that? No.
Now let's change the conversation over to we adults. I mean, we have a few
yes.
minutes to go. Please advise we adults. What are the proper things we should be eating? Every normal adult right now wants to eat things that would fill their tummy for like 8 hours. No, they don't care about how
100
hygienic
or 001.
Please give me akpu, give me afang, pour it together. Nobody cares. I mean, it's really bad. Not many people cares about drink plenty of water, drink water before you eat, drink water
8
after
glasses
you
of
eat.
water a day.
People just want to eat
Take
food.
fruits.
But honestly, there are fancy water bottles that are helping us drink water.
For me, I would never
How will you afford?
heavy.
Have you heard of a 100 and something thousand naira water
For
bottle?
me, it's just the heaviness. We're going up and down with
It's
one heavy
like-
water.
But it's aesthetic now, so people like to carry it along with them.
Okay.
Wife
Content
has no
creator.
problem. The problem is you don't remember water bottle. So tell us, for adults.
The thing is, for adults, we can manage our food, structure it. It's advisable to have a weighing scale in your house.
Really?
Yes. So that when you serve yourself, you serve in portions. Like you have portion control.
So the key thing
So
is
once you're
portion
on,
control.
like, yes, portion control.
Are you generalizing this or people that are on the plus size?
No.
Everybody.
Yes.
Including my sister and I.
Yes.
Excuse me?
You know.
So like portion control. When you go with portion control, that way, you know, okay, this is the quantity of carbs I'm putting in my body. That's why when you check all these all this processed canned food, you see the contents,
Calories and all of that
and
stuff.
everything. So that way you'll be able to calculate the calories you're intaking. And then maybe you ate small rice with 4 proteins and everything in the morning, and then by 12 you're feeling hungry. God,
You would
I'm
know,
hungry.
you would definitely
Blah,
feel
blah, blah.
hungry.
You can go with fruits.
The fruits will not reach, you know.
No, there's some fruits that are very filling.
How about
Banana.
snacks? How about snacks like egg roll, fish
Yeah.
pie?
Chicken pie.
Fish. The thing is, when you do it yourself, you can control the fat.
Making chicken pie is very, very stressful. The molding,
That is why
you
there
can
are
order one for
machines now.
800.
That is why they have machines to help knead, to help mix and everything. So it makes it easier to do all those things. When you do it yourself, you can control the number of fats. You can add. Now, if you buy meat by outside, it's not only Irish potato we are eating. Where is the meat? Where is the chicken that's supposed to give us the nutrients? We are eating flour.
I agree.
We are eating flour. But when you do it in your house, you will pack
Generously
it.
apply.
I want to send a special message to Omotoshola on this her birthday. Use this
New Year.
New Year as a reflection of the things that you want to do as a mother, because I know soon and very soon. Ajay, yo.
I thought you said we can outsource, get a nanny.
No, she didn't mention anything like that.
I didn't mention
Okay,
anything
I
like
thought I
nanny.
edited my
No. It's all in your head.
I wanted
It's
to
all
help
in your
me
head.
debunk this myth. We've heard people say that it's not good to take fruits very early in the morning. That's just going to destabilize
Especially
you.
pineapple because of the harsh
Acid.
nature.
Is that true?
Yes.
So, and
Most-
also they will say you don't eat fruit like after your meal. You're supposed to wait
Immediately
a certain...
after your. That's why I said after eating, maybe 12. Maybe you ate around 7, 8 in the morning, and then by 12, 1, you're feeling. Let's say 11, 12, you're feeling hungry. I didn't say immediately after breakfast. I said just something to snack on. You can go with like maybe cashew nuts, just munch on it. Then drink water. And will still last you till lunch.
Yeah, I've heard.
Drink water.
Please, some people used to eat okpa early in the morning.
What's that?
actually
Don't
know
go
some people.
far.
I know some people that do that.
Just look at my
Okay,
hand.
so I'm going to use this as my final question. What's the takeaway from that we should take away from here? We've learned so many things, but what should we take away from this? What's that one thing that we should take away from this discussion? And what are you going to tell our audiences to be, to take note
Mindful
of?
of,
Also, yes, thank you, to be mindful of also.
So, I will go back to what she said. We are what we eat. We are what we eat. So we need to promote healthy eating a lot. Like we are not eating healthy in this Nigeria.
Eating healthy is expensive too.
I know it is expensive, but it's a necessity.
I see.
It's a necessity. That's why you see people, you see this one, kidney failure, liver, renal, this one, obesity, and the likes. When you go to the hospital, you will know that, okay, God, we are trying. Because you get there, you see a lot of people with
different
liver
ailments,
function, lungs, heart disease, too much cholesterol, like.
So that should give us the cue to take our health seriously.
Serious.
And everything.
Because
that we
what
put
we
in our
like,
mouth.
we can be looking, okay, this person is looking healthy, but deep down,
The organs are
the organs are failing.
Oh God,
That's so sad.
And it is what we eat. It is what we take in.
I know we don't have time. So are you saying, like, can you answer it like one line? Are you saying all those cases of children having heart disease, kidney disease is due to their diet or nutrition?
I would say 30%. Most are genetic.
Okay.
Most are maybe doctor's error. Maybe when they were born and whatnot. They might not properly taken care of. But most times, it has to do with what we eat. Even as a mother, because you are giving your child what you're eating.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for that.
Wow.
My dear audiences,
This
if
is a
you
show
are a
of
mother,
reflection.
a father, and you have been doing so great with nutrition, and we want to say thank you for that. If you're a mother and you're a father struggling with feeding your child with the best type of food that they need, we also want to say thank you for trying at least. So we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.
Hello, you. Yes, you. This is Usayome Sale from Ways Prime Time. Now, we appreciate your continued support for watching our content, following us across all our social media. But we've noticed, for those of you watching us on YouTube, 88.5% of you who watch our content aren't subscribed to our channel. Why? Now, if you are enjoying our content, you enjoy our shows, and you want to stay updated on all things Ways, it's time to hit that subscribe button below. Now, subscribing isn't just for you. It's for the growth of our channel. It helps us get bigger and better. With your support, we can continue to bring even more intriguing and exciting content. How about you subscribing right now and being a part of our community?